Welcome back to Given Chances Farm, and today we are going to show you a recipe that we found on YouTube. Cayman Reynolds from Tennessee Bees does honey caramels, and we're going to show you how we do it, and they're pretty tasty. As he says in his video, even if you plan on making them for somebody else, don't try them before you do, because if you try them, you probably won't give them away to somebody else. You'll probably eat the whole batch. So basically what it takes is 1 cup of honey. So for those of you that know, we raise our own honeybees, so this is honey that we actually extracted from our hives. I've already got it measured out here, so we're going to go with 1 cup of honey.
And you don't have a spatula, do you?
Nope, I'll get one. Just give me just a second. I'm going to hold that real quick. I got one now. So we'll just do 1 cup of honey. And I'm using this rubber spatula to make sure I get every bit of it. No sense in letting any of this liquid gold go to waste here. Alright. So we have our 1 cup of honey in there. And then it says 3/4 cup of heavy cream. And for our heavy cream, we're using the Land O'Lakes Rich and Creamy Heavy Whipping Cream. We chose to go with the name brand cream that we had available to us, because you have a high quality honey, you want to make sure you're using a higher quality whipping cream as well. So basically you mix in your honey and cream into a heavy bottom pan on medium heat, and you want to use an accurate thermometer to heat it to 275 degrees. So we've got our thermometer in there already. We're going to put our heavy cream in here. Use our spatula to make sure we get all of it out as well. No sense in wasting ingredients. Alright, so I have that. I'm going to take it over here to the stove. The thermometer that we're actually using is the Good Cook thermometer, and we actually we purchased ours off of Amazon. I think it was only, I don't know, I know it was under $10 on Amazon. So turn this to a medium heat. So basically you're looking to get this up to 275 degrees, and as soon as it reaches 275 degrees, you're gonna remove from heat, and then you'll add 1.5 teaspoons of vanilla and 6 tablespoons of butter. Stir it all together and then pour it into a buttered glass container. So basically what we do is, once this is up to temperature, we butter a 8x8 glass dish, put it into that, and let it set in that. So basically just use a whisk to kind of stir it the whole time. That way it doesn't have one part of it that gets a little warmer than the others and stick to the pan, even though this is a heavy bottom pan. So, and it takes quite a while really to reach that temperature that you're shooting for. So you'll get your workout stirring. another, after we had found this recipe and we had tried it, we actually message came in on Facebook and told him that we had tried the recipe and we liked it, and we thanked him for the recipe. They also responded back saying that if you make it and it's on the little bit of the softer side, then you can, they actually like it to like dip apples in, or you can also use it as an ice cream topping. So, and you can change that by not quite taking it up to the complete 275. You would get closer to like the 265, 270 range probably. So, those are other options of uses for this mixture. So I'm guessing that that was probably found out through, like most things we do, where somebody thinks, oh, it's a mistake, I didn't quite get it right, but found out that whatever that supposable mistake product was useful as something else. So
Kind of like my goat milk fudge turned into
hot fudge.
Hot fudge topping for ice cream.
Yes. It actually turned out pretty good for that. So, yeah, you can see the kind of color changes a little bit as it goes. And as it heats up, it'll actually turn more of a darker color. So, alright, we've been going for about 17 minutes now. We're just above 250 degrees right now. You can see how it's changing. It's boiling out some of the liquid of it. And I can tell it's changing color on us too. So, like I said, we're just going to keep stirring, keep everything moving. We're shooting for that. The recipe says for 275. We're actually going to pull it closer to that 270 marker, just because it's going to continue to cook a little bit after I pull it from the heat anyway. But I like my caramels on a little bit on the softer side, so that's what we're going to go for, the about 270 when I remove it from the heat. So, alright, now it's about 20 minutes into it, and as you can see, it's starting to thicken up just a little bit. You can kind of hear it popping, and kind of, it's starting to, you can see the actual swirls in it as I'm going now. I just like to keep stirring it and keep it moving. Really haven't changed too much in temperature right now, as far as just it kind of thickening up. So we're still holding right about that 250 marker right now. And if I remember right from the last time that we did this, which was last year at this time, so it seemed like it kind of got to that point a little bit quick, but then took a little while to go from the like 250 marker up to about the 270. So
260.
So, but like I say, I want to keep it stirring it, because I don't want it to scorch it. You'll definitely be able to tell, you'll be able to smell it and even taste it if you scorch it. So, and that's speaking from experience. We had one batch that I took it a little above the medium heat to try to get that temperature to increase, and you can tell the difference. Even stirring it constantly, it scorched it, so you don't want that. And even now, you can see it, how it's changing and thickening a little bit more. The color's changing. Too bad this isn't smell-o-vision, because the aroma coming off of this pan is pretty good right now. Alright, so we're still climbing on the temperature. Let me see, we're just a little bit above 265 right now, so I've got a couple more degrees to go. I know the recipe, like I said, it calls for 275, but we like ours a little bit softer. So I'm shooting for that 270 marker because I'd rather be under it than over. Actually, I'm just going to move it to that burner instead of moving it over there when I'm done. That way I can add the butter and the vanilla in it right there. And as you can see now, it's thickening pretty good. Let me see where we're at on this. We're at our 270, so I'm pulling it off the heat. Shut that burner off. I'll go ahead and continue stirring this a little bit. I moved it to a burner that's been shut off, so there's no heat coming underneath it anymore. But like I said, I like to remove it from the heat a little bit early because you can see it's still continuing to cook. So now we're going to, we need to add 6 tablespoons of butter and 1.5 teaspoons of vanilla. So I'm going to do the butter first, and then I will do the vanilla last. So we have our 6 tablespoons of butter here. Let's drop that in there. And you can see it basically starts to sizzle. And this is also the reason that you don't want to put the vanilla and the butter in prior to this, is because it changes everything by putting the butter and the vanilla in there. You don't want them to burn out while you're bringing it up to the temperature. You see the color change just by adding the butter into the mix. You got a little bit more of that darker brown coloring now. So now we're going to do 1.5 teaspoons.
That's a half a teaspoon.
So right now I have a half a teaspoon, and this is vanilla extract that Brittany makes by using vanilla beans, and I believe she uses vodka to extract it. So. Alright, there's 1.5. And you can see how it kind of starts sizzling in there. So we need to get that all mixed in to everything. Definitely smell the vanilla now. Alright. Brittany has buttered the 8x8 dish for me. And we have our spatula here, so we are going to pour this into the 8x8 dish. And make sure we scrape all of this goodness out of there. Don't want to waste any of it. Just the smell of this right now is already making my mouth water because I've tasted it and I know what they're supposed to taste like and how good they are.
Yeah, because if we had some ice cream in the freezer available, I'm sure he would have taken a couple spoonfuls of this and had a bowl of ice cream for a snack.
Yeah, I am definitely a sucker for ice cream, that's for sure. Yep. We still got some more of them over here. Like I said, I make sure I get every bit of it I can out of here.
Worst case, we'll let it cool down and then we'll do a finger swoop in there and test it.
So this is what it looks like for now. Now all we have to do is we're going to place these in the fridge and allow them to cool. And then after we allow it to cool, we come back in and we cut it in strips and then cut it again the other way. And then we'll take each one of those pieces out and wrap them in wax paper and then kind of twist the ends of it, similar to like how they would be in like the candy store. And then we'll take a small container and put those in like Tupperware or something like that, and then we just stick them back in the refrigerator. It keeps them a little fresh that way. But we'll show you guys what it looks like once we get it cooled off. Alright, we pulled it out of the refrigerator and this is how it ends up. So as you can see, it's not running anymore. It's firmed up a little bit. It's still a little gooey. So I basically just take a knife down through there. No making fun of me because I can't cut a straight line. They'll still eat the same.
Well, they don't come out perfectly anyway.
Yeah. So basically, we'll just continue cutting it along like that, and then I normally come through here and cut these to where it's about 3 pieces per row. And then, I know earlier in the video I said wax paper, but we actually don't have any wax paper right now. We have parchment paper, so that's what I'm going to use to twist them up. So basically we just take it. I'll need to get the piece out of there and then put it on there. And it's like cutting a pie or anything. That first one is always the hardest to get out. Once you do that, the rest of them kind of follow. So basically it comes out like that right there. And then I just roll it. Twist the ends. I'm not a candy maker by no means, but this keeps them separated enough that I can put them in a small bowl and stick them back in the fridge and I could eat them. So, hope everybody enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share on social media with all your family and friends, and we'll see you on the next one.